We are hearing Bhagavad Gita. Yesterday we heard about godly qualities in the creation and also demoniac, but not in detail about demoniac. So Krishna told, now hear about me, about the ungodly qualities. Pravritim cha nivritim cha janana vidur asuraha na shaucham na pichacharo na satyam teshu vidyate. Ungodly persons do not know what inclination to virtue is and what abstention from vice is. There is no purity in them, neither is there in them any regulation of conduct, nor adherence to truth. Explanation: ungodly persons do not know the distinction between inclination to virtues and inclination to vicious actions, means good actions and sinful actions. They don't know any difference. They are not inclined to observe purity of body and mind and the rules of life. That is, strict adherence to those that are prescribed and strict avoidance of those that are forbidden. To follow truth and avoid falsehood. There are some actions which are good for all, but some actions are harmful. But ungodly people, they don't care about this. They only care about their own sense gratification in any way, in anyhow. If it harms others or not, that is not their concern at all. And they think there is only one life. After you die, everything is gone. So don't think about any morality or anything. No. You can steal, you can lie, you can do whatever you like. Only target is to get as much sense gratification as possible, even at the cost of harming others. Don't worry about this. So that is, it exists. Such people exist, and they are not concerned about what is truth and what is falsehood. They will lie like anything, no problem. They will cheat, speaking lies, for their interest, and no any problem for them. Of course, they will get fruits of their actions, but their mentality is such. They have no conscience. What is good, what is bad, what is eternal, non-eternal, no. Only target is to enjoy all sorts of things, even alcohol and drugs and position, power, anything. You just enjoy as much as you can. Otherwise, you will waste your life. So, and they don't follow any purity of body, mind, no any austerity, that which is beneficial for body, mind, no nothing. That is very sad to see such people. There are so many, especially in Kali Yuga. It is very sad to see. And on top of that, they're doing wrong everything. And on top of that, they're very proud. Very arrogant, very proud. We are the best. We are doing good. And they will criticize Shastra, sadhus, and they will criticize. They are foolish. They don't know anything about life. So that is very sad to see. But this is part of this world. No one is to be blamed why we are here and we have to see such things. We wanted to enjoy, so now we have to live in such environment. Asatyam apratishtam te jagat ahur anishwaram aparaspara sambhutam kim anyat kama hoitukam. The demoniac characters consider this world to be unreal, supportless, godless, and as not the product of cause and effect, but the outcome of selfish desires. Explanation. They are of opinion that this world is not the product of any cause and effect. Hence, there is no need of any conception of a creator in the creation of the world. If there be any such author, he has produced this world out of his selfish desires, and as such he is not fit to be an object of worship. Some of them argue that there is no authenticity of the Vedic proofs. They were composed by selfish sages who differed in their views among themselves. That there is no fixed duty or religion mentioned in the Vedas or scriptures, as all are liable to err, means to commit mistake, error. And that there is no God who is no better than a mental concoction or fiction, and that there is no cause and effect in the creation of the world, which is self-existent, irrespective of any reasons brought forward in favor of or against its origin. So we all have already met such people with such mentality, and they are very self-confident to put forward such total useless things, and very arrogantly they will propagate this, and in their life they will do anything. So very sad, but it is one kind of punishment. Those jivas who don't want to serve Krishna, they want to enjoy Maya, so they will be enveloped by Maya, and according to their past actions, they will either create such type of mentality, nature, or they will have some piety. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur explained in Chaitanya Shikshamrita in Jaiva Dharma that people, they are on 5 levels of consciousness in this world. Immoral atheists. This. It is clearly explained. They're total atheists, and they are immoral, because what is the use of morality? There is no use. You enjoy as much as you can. That is the purpose of life. And they are immoral. They will lie, steal, everything they will do. Immoral atheists. Then you have better than this. They are moral atheists. They will not believe in God, but they will believe that some actions are producing good results and some wrong actions will produce bad results. So they will regulate their life like Buddhists. They cannot believe in God, but they believe in karma, a law of karma. So if you do some good activities, that will give good result. If you do bad activities, then you will get bad. And in next life, they believe in next life, but they don't believe in soul. That there is same soul which is now incarnated, and then it will reincarnate into next body. They cannot believe. For them, identity or person is a combination of certain atoms and like this, and then that will dissolve at the time of death, and then new identity will be produced from that one. So for them, this will not be the same person, but that person, now changed, will have to reap the fruits of his previous actions, bad. But for them, this is not same identity, it's new one. But that new one will get this result. So they are careful what they are doing. And they also say if you do good activities, you serve others on material platform, of course, then that will help you release your debt to those whom you exploited. So you will be released of debt, means you will go towards liberation. Otherwise you will always be in debt. So they don't want to exploit, they want to serve, but not for this service sake, but for their own thing, to get release, to get release from burden, debt. Ultimately, they want to get liberated. So they have no knowledge of soul, no knowledge of God, of eternal dharma, of this. No, they only know this existence is full of suffering, so we have to finish this existence by proper action. Then when you finish your existence, then there is no suffering, then that is ultimate goal of life. They are moral atheists. They accept, they become vegetarian and like this. But better than them are moral theists. They will believe in some supreme entity, although some are impersonalists, some are personalists. They will believe in some eternal entity, supreme, and of course they will be regulated in order to attain that. So certain things you have to adopt according to Shastra, either Vedic or Quran or Bible or something. Certain conduct is good, certain is bad. Then they will follow that. In order to attain that supreme entity, either personal or impersonal, they will also follow. Jnanis. So their conception is not yet fully pure. Their Sambandha Jnana is not fully pure. Then above them, and they are of many varieties in this group, many varieties. What is their conception of God, about creation, soul, and so many varieties. But better than them, superior consciousness are those who have proper Sambandha Jnana, according to Vedic scriptures. Who is God? Who are you? Why you are bound? What is the way to be released? What is eternal dharma? Everything they know. And they are practicing sadhana bhakti, according to scripture and Guru Parampara. They will follow. They are superior because they have clear conception of the truth. They did not fully realize, but at least they have that knowledge and some that inclination for eternal service of Krishna. Then superior to them are those who have accomplished sadhana bhakti phase or period, and they already awakened bhava bhakti. They are already transcendentally situated, although in this world, but their mind is fully fixed on Krishna. They did not yet reach prema, but they have bhava. So they are supreme in this world, in the matter of consciousness. So this one who are having such demoniac character, mentality, they fall into the category of immoral atheists. And there are many, especially in Kali Yuga. And they will put forward all type of useless arguments. And they will live very sinful life. And full of cheating others and violence and everything. Etam drishtim avashtabhya nashtatmanol pabudhayaha prabhavantyugra karmana kshayaya jagato hitaha. With such an angle of vision, the evil and impure-minded persons of little intelligence and violent temper live only for the destruction of the world. Explanation: basing their arguments on such atheistic principles, ungodly persons who have no knowledge of their own self, who are men of little learning and of violent temper, advance the cause of world's destruction, because they are doing such activities, sinful activities, that Mother Earth, when she took the form of cow and went to Brahma, she told, I cannot tolerate anymore these demoniac kings. They are only going towards destruction because so sinful thing. Gurudev also told, nowadays people, they are so violent unnecessarily, and there will be reaction. Nature will not remain silent. It will have reaction. Earthquakes, epidemics, floods, droughts, everything. It is too because of these all sinful activities, and lying also, cheating, all these sinful activities. So there must be some problems due to this. No rain, all this. Before, I could not believe that such people exist, that they want to harm others. I thought, no, that is not, everyone is good when they want to do good and like this. I could not understand. But then I had to get some experience with really such people. They are there. They really want to harm. They don't care. It is part of this world, this creation. Also one time when I was walking Japa walk, and I was passing some young boys. They are doing their own things. So suddenly one of those, he became a little excited, and I was walking and some distance, and he was on bicycle, and suddenly he came near me and he started to like laugh something at me, and I did not know what is the point. And he was passing me by. Then he turned away and went back, and suddenly he kicked me from the bicycle with leg. He kicked me in my leg, and I was surprised. What is the point? And I looked at him and he looked at me. He was already going away because he was on bicycle. And in his eyes, I could see that he just want to harm me. That evil look he had, that there is no any like good reason for this, but he just became inspired and he wanted to harm me. I could see in his eyes that look, that mentality. So such people do exist. It is not that all people, they want to do good to others. Maybe they are a little ignorant, so they don't know they do something wrong, but actually their intention is good. But there are some people, their intention is bad. They have such mentality. They want to do that. And before I could not understand, but there are such people. With such mentality, and they are living in this world. And sometimes they are in control, like Hiranyakashipu, demons. Sometimes you have government, like Ambarish Maharaj. They're good people. They want to do good for the society. But sometimes, especially in Kali Yuga, you will find such people are on leading positions. They are not good people. They are wanting to exploit people intentionally, not out of ignorance, intentionally. It is there and we have to adjust. So because of their sinful activities they are doing, they live only for the destruction of the world. Their prospect is nothing good. They only want intoxication, they want to harm, they want to all this, for this they are living. Violent temper and advance the cause of world's destruction by this mentality. It's very sad. Kamam ashritya dushpuram dambamana madanvitaha mohad grihitva sadgrahan pravartante shuchivrataha. Actuated by insatiable lust, these arrogant, boastful, and self-assertive persons. Yes, this is what I told before. They have such, although they are foolish, and although they are doing wrong, it will harm them. It will harm others, but at the same time, they are very proud, and they are boasting, and this self-assertive. They are fully confident. It's very difficult to see this, to tolerate. And here in brackets, who run after will of the wisp, something which cannot be attained, or I can see, like wild goose chasing. You are running after some like phantasmagoria, will of the wisp. Violating all rules of life. Violating all rules of life under the spell of hellish and fascinated egotism. Will of the wisp. A person or thing that is difficult or impossible to reach or catch. Yes. They want to be happy, but they're doing wrong actions. So they can never be happy. But they think we will, by doing this, we will be happy. So that is wild goose chasing or running after will of the wisp. Violating all rules of life. there are certain natural rules of life for material welfare of the body and mind by nature. How much sleeping, how much eating, all this in Ayurveda, you have all this according to nature. Some by observing, or some who are sincere, they can follow like this. So these are some rules of life in material sense, but there are some rules of life also in the matter of what is beneficial for society, like Varna, Ashram, Dharma, and so many things. They are all beneficial for well-being of the people. But these demoniac people, they are violating everything. What is good, they will not do. They will do everything wrong. And with pride. Under the spell of hellish and fascinated egotism. Exhibit out of infatuation, that is bewilderment, evil disposition, and take to impure practices. Impure practices. They will be harmed and others also. But the most astonishing thing is they are so much proud. Then, Chintam aparimeyam cha, Chintam aparimeyam cha, pralayantam upashritaha, kamo pabhoga parama, etavat iti nishchitaha, ashapasha shatair buddha, kama kroda parayanaha, ihante kama bhogartham, anyayenartha sanchayan. Being troubled under lifelong and limitless anxieties, they consider that sensual enjoyment is the be-all and end-all of human existence. So bound by innumerable ties of hopes and overpowered by lust and anger, they amass wealth for the illicit gratification of their lust and desires. If you do sinful activities, definitely you must have anxiety, and you cannot sleep, and then they will take sleeping pills and everything. And those demoniac they are very rich. They become very rich. Then they have like such islands where it is fact, not fictitious story. On some islands, and there they will do this illicit gratification. They will bring some young girls and they will enjoy there. They will keep them as slaves and they will enjoy, and they will drink alcohol, take drugs, everything they will do. Overpowered by lust and anger, they amass wealth for this purpose. They will cheat all people of the world to get much money, and then they will spend this money on illicit gratification of their lust and desires. This fact. Idam adyamaya labdham imam prapsye manoratham idam astidam api me bhavishyati punardhanam. They think, I have got this now, and again shall I have the hopes fulfilled. I have this amount of money, and again I shall have another. Explanation. They think thus: I have got this sum of money today. My hopes are crowned with success, so I shall profit much again. And by foul means they are doing, by cheating and by harming others. They want profit, to get profit. It is happening in this world. Asau maya hatach shatrur hanishe chaparan api ishwaroham aham bhogi sidoham balavan sukhi. I have killed this enemy, others shall I soon kill. I am the Lord, I am God. I am the enjoyer, I am successful, I am the strong and happy in the world. This is how they think. And nowadays, not only killing, they will defame, lie, censure, mislead, everything they will do without any thinking, only for the sake of profit and their own sense gratification. They will try to suppress the truth. What is the truth? They will engage with great force to show that that is not truth, and they will put forward their things, and they will defame, censure, harass, take away money, or everything they will do, just for the sake of their own propaganda of falsehood, for the sake of their own profit. They will do. If necessary, they will kill also. If not possible, in other way, they will kill. Adyo bijana van asmi konyosti sadrisho maya yakshe dashyami modishya ityagyana vimohitaha. I am the well-to-do. I have much following. Who is there so great as I, or equal to me? I shall perform the sacrifice, I shall offer charity, and I shall enjoy. Such are the ravings of this haughty man, intoxicated with ignorance. Anekachita vibranta mohajala samavritaha prasaktah kama bhogeshu patanti narakeshu cho. Addicted to sensual enjoyment, they, within their minds, distracted and enthralled by the shackles of allurement, are doomed to perdition, known as Vaitarani, etc. One second. Perdition means doom. Yes, in Christian theology, a state of eternal punishment and damnation into which a sinful and unrepentant person passes after death, or complete and utter ruin. So addicted to sensual enjoyment, they, within their minds, distracted and enthralled by the shackles of Maya, means imprisoned by the shackles of allurement, that is Maya. It shows like bait, fish. They will see, oh, nice food is there. But behind there is that hook. So fish wanting to enjoy that food will be caught on that hook. Like that, we are allured. We think it is very good. And we go to enjoy, but that is Maya. It will catch you and you will have to suffer. Are doomed to perdition, means all the time suffering. You will be ruined. Atmasambhava, Atmasambhavitastabda Dhanamana Madanvitaha Yajantena Mayagyaiste Dambhena Vidhi Purvakam. Self-glorified, insolent, showing a rude and arrogant lack of respect. Rude and arrogant lack of respect, that is insolent. So self-glorified, insolent, vain of their wealth, means proud of their wealth, honor and learning, they pompously perform sacrifices only in name, without conforming to Shastric ordinances. That is, in old times, demons, they would also do some sort of sacrifices for some material benefit, for getting weapons, for getting name and fame, all this. Nowadays, they also, some demons, they also do some rituals, or sometimes not. They just amass by hook or by crook some property, and then they misbehave. But today's demons, they also perform some dark rituals for some powers, for some all this. They are not sacrifices. They are not meant for the welfare of the people, like Vedic yagyas. That is for the benefit of all. But they will do only in sacrifice, in name only. It is not for the good of the people. It is only for their own selfish. It is for harming people, without conforming to Shastric ordinances. Shastra, if you do yagya according to Shastra, that will be beneficial for all. But they are not doing. Self-glorified, and they want others should always glorify them. If you don't, then they will be angry on you. They will demand respect all the time. All the time they will demand and threaten you or something. Because of insatiable lust. Lust you can never satisfy. It is insatiable. It is like pouring ghee onto the fire. It will never be extinguished. It will increase. Because Atma is there inside the body. And Atma wants happiness. Happiness for Atma is Paramatma. But if you are not getting that fulfillment of heart through devotion, then due to ignorance you will think you can be happy by material sense enjoyment, and it will never be enough all the time, and it will never satiate you, never. And then they will go to extremes, and they will do prohibited, like Hiranyakashipu. He got 3 worlds, but still he was not happy. then he start to drink alcohol and drugs and all this also. So they are doing. Those who are very rich, some famous people, movie stars, and they are very rich, they will enjoy to their full extent everything, and drugs and everything. So some, they will die due to this, some will commit suicide, some, they will become Buddhists after some time. They will understand that you cannot be happy by this. So then they will become Buddhist. They will think the point of life is not the enjoyment, but to be detached from enjoyment, then you will be peaceful. Many, they became like that. Due to reaction of so much enjoyment. And some famous people, they also say, I wish. It is one fact I saw some days back, one statement. I wish everyone should get so much money, so much wealth, means name and fame and sense gratification, everything they should get, I wish. Just that they will realize that this is not the answer. You cannot be happy by that. But we don't believe. We think we have hopes. But those who have, and they get crisis also, after they get everything, then there is some crisis. Now what? Still they are unhappy, but they don't know anything else but this. And already they got, so now what? And then they become depressed and confused and lost. So some they commit suicide, and some will go to some spiritual, mostly Buddhists they will go, but some will also go some other to search for some higher type of happiness, not happiness derived from having this worldly property and sense enjoyment, because that cannot fulfill, that is insatiable. It will never end and it cannot fulfill you, and also reaction will be there to your health, to your mind, all this. Ahankaram balam darpam kamam krodham cha samshritaha mam atma paradeheshu pradvishanto bhyasuyakaha. Self-arrogant, proud of their strength, and enslaved by lust and anger, they are malicious, they want to harm, and envious against me, the Supreme Lord, dwelling in the hearts of them as well as of others, and envy the saints who are devoted to Paramatman and to me, the indweller of their hearts. Out of jealousy, they attribute calumny to the stainless character of these saints. Calumny is some false, means some criticism. 1 second. Yes, the making of false and defamatory statements about someone in order to damage their reputation. Slander, to slander someone. False accusation they will do due to envy, like that Ramchandra Khan. He was Brahmin, but Haridas Thakur was Muslim, but he became pure saint by chanting Harinam, and he had pure character, and naturally everyone gave him respect. So this Ramchandra Khan became so much envious. Why no one is coming to me? I am landlord, I have so much land, so much money, I am Brahmin, no one giving me respect. Why they are giving respect to him? So what he wanted to do is to ruined the reputation of Haridas Thakur by sending prostitute and like this. So that is pure malice. They are malicious, means they want to harm. I saw in the eye of that boy, I cannot explain to you, but I saw. It was totally out of evil. No any other reason. It is such nature, demoniac nature. And you will find many such people in this world. They envy the saints, like Hiranyakashipu was disturbing Prahlad, and those Muslims also, they could not tolerate Haridas Thakur. Why you are singing the name of some other god? You are born Muslim. Why you are speaking the name of some other god, Hindu god? That is bad. Then Haridas Thakur said, God is only one. Supreme Person is only one. Only in name there is difference. Some are calling him like this, some are calling it by the same. And according to his desire, we are worshipping him. There was no fault in Haridas Thakur. No. Pure character, pure saint, everything. But they were demoniac, so they threatened him and they want to kill him because of he was worshipping the truth. He was worshipping God. He was saint. But they became envious, they wanted to kill him. There are some persons who really are innocent, like Prahlad, Ambarish Maharaj, Haridas Thakur, and the like. They are not doing any harm to anyone. They are doing good to all. But still some people, they want to harm them due to envy, jealousy. Yes, out of jealousy, they attribute calumny to the stainless character of the saints. False accusations, false this, and misbehavior they are doing. But Krishna protects real sadhus, and he punishes those who are doing such acts. Tan aham dvishatah kruran samsareshu naradaman kshipamyajasramashubhan asurishu eva yonishu. Another example also I remembered now. Srivas Pandit is a pure devotee. He does not want to do any harm to anyone. He's thinking about the welfare of everyone. But that Gopal Chapal, he became envious of Srivas Pandit, and he gave false accusation that Srivas is actually during the night he's worshipping Kali with meat and alcohol, and he's bringing some young girls and having illicit sex connection and all this. He tried to defame and he was punished. It always happens. So we have to be very careful with this behavior. And another that Gopal Chakravarti, he was Brahmin, and they were discussing about the glory of the holy name in the assembly. Then some say the glory of holy name is all your sins will be destroyed if you chant. Some say you will get liberation by chanting holy name. Then they asked Haridas Thakur, he said, no, that is not the real result. A real result of chanting holy name without offense, you will get Krishna Prema, eternal love. That the removal of sins and getting liberation, that is side effect only, not the main effect. That you can get only by Namabhas, by the glimpse of the name. And then there was this Brahmin there, Gopal Chakravarti. he started to debate. What is this? This old man, Muslim, he's telling like this. They are trying for many years to get liberation by Brahma Gyan and they cannot get. And this man is telling only by glimpse of holy name you can get that. What is this? This is not in the Shastra. It is not correct. He was debating. Haridas Thakur did not mind because he has no any such. So then he also threatened. He said, if it is not true, then I will cut off his nose of this old man and ears I will cut off. Haridas Thakur said it is true, it is in Shastra. Then after, with such mentality he was saying, then after 3 days he got leprosy and his own beautiful nose fell off due to leprosy and his ears fell off. So total false accusation against saint, and he was punished. So everyone, they will get the result of their own bad actions. Maybe not immediately, but time will come. So it is not worth to do such things. These envious, cruel and worsened human forms, Naradamas, are always thrown by me into the most ominous and abject devilish births in this world. That is to say, their demoniac nature grows from bad to worse by their godless, devilish enterprises. Means they are getting the fruits of their own actions. Not that Krishna is forcibly putting them in hell. No. Their actions are such that Krishna has to give them such births and such suffering so that they will realize that that is not good. They are always thrown by me because Krishna is the giver of fruits, of actions. Just one verse I will read more for the sake of finishing on a positive. 1 second. Asurim yonim apana muda janmani mam aprapyaiva kaunteya tato yanti adhamam gati. Born in ignominious forms, these ignoramuses, ignominious, 1 second, let me see. Ignominious, deserving or causing public disgrace or shame, humiliating, undignified, embarrassing, mortifying, shameful, all this. So, born in ignominious forms, these ignoramuses, ignoramuses, ignoramus, an ignorant or stupid person. So these ignoramuses are quite incompetent to attain me and are destined to lowest births. Now in brackets, by the commentary of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, till they take shelter in me by the grace of my devotees, who reclaim them from these hellish births. We have some examples that Ratnakar, he was killing everything, but Narad rescued him. And that cruel hunter, he was killing with pleasure, getting pleasure seeing animals suffer. And many such examples there in Shastra. They are going wrong, down to hell. But even they can be rescued when some pure devotee becomes compassionate on them. They can be reclaimed from these hellish births and mentalities. It is possible. Or Jagai Madhai, they were rescued by Nityananda and Gaurango. So tomorrow we will hear further.